Morning, Patriots. It's me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2 channel. Just want to bring y'all a little bit of information this morning. Let me go ahead and read y'all an article, at least some of the key highlights of an article here. Thought this was pretty important. It has a lot to do with censorship and the things going on with our country since Joey Bribes has taken over. First off, it says Missouri, let me get my speech right this morning. Missouri Attorney General files a landmark lawsuit against Joe Biden for colluding with big tech, and he's trying to prosecute not just Joe Biden but his whole crew. Now, there's evidence from the Gateway Pundit played a major role in this case. It says totally overlooked by the mainstream media at the beginning of May 2022, Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt office filed a landmark lawsuit against the Biden administration. I call them the regime. Just last week, Attorney General Schmitt landed a big blow against the Biden by filing a motion to prohibit the censorship conspiracy immediately. Says the Gateway Pundit had the honor and privilege to work with the Missouri Attorney General's office to offer extensive evidence of big tech's large-scale censorship and coordination with the federal government. The Attorney General's suit against Biden also sues some of well-deserving agencies, including Joe Biden himself, Dr. Frankenstein Fauci, National Institute for Allergies and Infectious Disease, NIAID, Department of Homeland Security, the DHS, also Alejandro Mayorkas of the DHS, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, the former Ministry of Truth, Nina Jankowicz, Miss Mary Poppins herself, former Biden Press Secretary Psaki Bomb, and several more agencies and officials. The suit, brought along with the Louisiana's Attorney General's office, is filed in the United States District Court in the Western District of Louisiana. In the suit, Missouri Attorney General Schmitt pounds away at Biden regime for both conspiring with and also compelling big tech social media companies to censor millions of Americans on their social media accounts through governmental created control of social media censorship programs. If you've been alive since Trump ascended to the presidency, you're a Trump supporter, chances are you've already been a victim of big tech censorship. That's a definite. However, you've probably noticed that as soon as Biden took office, and even shortly before, leading up to the 2020, big tech censorship went on overdrive, and that is no doubt about that one. From the pandemic's actual origin to wearing the face diapers, and half the country's concerned about selections, and Hunter Biden laptop story, disfavored disposition, disfavorable positions Americans post on social media have been met with outrageous censorship, consist of at least sudden account terminations, that was me, account suspension, been there, imposing warnings or strikes against the account to chill future speech, yep, had that happen, shadow ban, yep, been there, demonetizing content, yep, boy, I qualify for all of these. Adjusting the algorithm to suppress and de-emphasize speakers or messages. I'm sure they're doing that every day. Promoting and demoting content. Placing warning labels on contents, such as suggesting that articles are false and fake. Suppressing content in other users' feeds, and that happens every day. Promoting negative comments on disfavored content, and that's where the trolls come in. And requiring additional click-throughs to access content, among others. That's a fact. They do that all the time. As you may recall, the Gateway Pundits, Jim Hoft and Joe Hoft, have each been banned from Twitter for calling attention to the Detroit TCF Center on election night. We know what happened there. I won't even get into that, but there's definitely some unbelievable footage that was thrown out there, and they got knocked off of Twitter for showing the video footage of proof. So just last week, Attorney General Eric Schmidt filed a massive motion to prevent the Biden administration from violating America's First Amendment rights. The motion asked the court to immediately restrain the Biden administration from colluding with and or compelling big tech to censor American speech and permit an investigation into Biden's social media censorship activities. Gateway Pundit provided a lot of this evidence and information to the website of the Attorney General Schmidt's office, and the Attorney General filed the evidence with the court. And we will see how this is going to go. We don't know yet, but there has been a filing about it, and there's no doubt about it, and there's lots of script over here, and just showing what all it is. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, how they, how they censor people, how they promote just one version of everything. That's a pretty interesting article. It says, hopefully we will get all that under control. Looks like we've got more than one state that wants to sue the crap out of Biden for playing these Ministry of Truth games. And I'm just glad to see it exposed. Hopefully we will get some of this taken care of. Get some of this taken care of through the legal processes. Because when they said the Ministry of Truth was dismantled, I don't agree. It's been going on since since Joe Biden showed up, matter of fact. Now, Kari Lake destroys Arizona media for failing for a fake drag queen story published by deranged Katie Hobbs activist, announces defamation lawsuit. She says, "Think twice about defaming me, Kari Lake." Now let's see here. I think I got a little video about it here. Let me see. See if I can get this video up. Kari Lake on her Twitter feed says, "They kicked God out of schools and welcomed the drag queens. They took our flag and replaced it with a rainbow. They seek to disarm Americans and militarize our enemies. Let's bring back the basics. God's guns and glory." I agree with that 100%. I like Kari Lake. She's definitely an outspoken fighter for the truth, and I like it. I like it a lot. There didn't happen to be a video on this, just a whole bunch of tweets from Kari Lake. She says, "Why is the media fighting so hard to defend the grooming of our children? Well, if we should not encourage these outlets, and we should also remember that these outlets, what happened to Nick Sandmann's case, and think twice about defaming Kari Lake. Left-wing media is lying to protect the pervert." They basically did a hit piece on Kari Lake, and basically, like they said, is one of Katie Hobbs' cronies, one of her minions that put this out. But these accusations were full of lies. She said in a statement emailed, says, "In the event of the question of the party at someone else's house, the performer was there as a Marilyn Monroe impersonator. It wasn't a drag show, and the issues we're talking about isn't about adults attending drag shows either. The issue is activists sexualizing young children, and that's got to stop. Fake news media has jumped on this opportunity to smear Trump-endorsed candidates despite the lack of evidence and extremely biased sources." Richard Stevens, who goes by the stage name Barbara Seville, has even publicly called for the death of Marjorie Taylor Greene on Twitter. "This is so disgusting." Yeah, they trying to find a way to make Kari Lake look bad. She had somebody at a party that was wearing a costume, so it must be a drag party. Oh, that ain't it. The issue they're trying to spin, is that Kari Lake is against the gays. She's against the gays teaching these kids that they must be gay too. They must be twisted. They must be indoctrinated. Whatever it is that they think they've got to push down these kids' throat, whether it be the racial crap or the trans confusionism, it's just wrong, and we all know it. And Kari Lake is one that speaks out against it. So it looks like old twisted Katie Hobbs has got her crew over there trying to trying to make Kari Lake look bad, and Kari Lake told him just like it's supposed to be. You better be careful about, you better think twice about defaming me. She said, you know what happened with the Sandman case, don't you? You know what's going to happen with the Rittenhouse case, don't you? That's a good thing. I'm glad to see it. Not that they're trashing Kari Lake, but the fact of the matter is they better be careful of trashing Kari Lake, because it comes out, the truth will always set you free, and the lies, in certain circumstances, under defamation, will get you paying the price. Let's get some of these lying lefties thrown in jail, locked up, penalized, whatever it takes to get them to stop defaming our good-natured, great candidates such as Kari Lake. Like, subscribe, and share to Devoted Patriots. That's all I got for you this morning. There are some races going on in Georgia, and it's not looking too good for Trump-endorsed Vernon Jones, and that's as far as I know about the situation at this point. It looks like Vernon Jones is out of there. Y'all give me y'all's opinion in the comments down below, whether you think that was a good thing or a bad thing. Like, subscribe, and share to Devoted Patriots. Over and out.